Everybody, what's up? This is the one and only Bervin A. Jackson from the beautiful ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. It's that time again. Toxic black mold survivor, hernia mesh survivor, diabetic survivor, renal failure survivor, kidney failure survivor, premature baby survivor, chickenpox survivor that went through the worst illness that anyone can ever go through and survived. And today, folks, I'm going to really get into this lesson because these lessons are strictly for the true people, true Israelites that's over here in Babylon, America, enslaved by our slave masters and throughout the four corners of the earth. To this very day, we are still enslaved. And I'm going to show you some Israel. I'm going to show you something. What Esau has said about us. Okay, when it comes to us as a people. And they always try to say, you guys need to forgive and forget about that. But they haven't forgot about anything that has ever happened to them. Okay. Anytime you bring up 9/11, okay, they're going to make sure that you can never dismiss that. Only when it comes to our continued enslavement, we're supposed to be quiet about it. And we're supposed to be done with it. And we're supposed to move on. But I'm going to show you Israel today. I'm going to show you today how they feel about you when it comes to these dogs. I have never hurt an animal in my entire life. I have never abused any animal my entire life. I was raised in a family where we didn't believe in having animals in the house. My mother was not playing that. Okay. To this very day, I don't believe in having animals in my house. Okay. Because they are animals. And animals, whether you like it or not, belong outside. Okay. But I'm going to show you Israel today with a clear picture. And I'm going to take my time in doing so. I'm going to show you how they feel about these dogs in particular. Now, what did Esau, our slave master to this very day, our continued slave master, these heathens and these Edomites who refuse to let us go over here in their Babylon, America. They refuse, even now. But what did Esau say about us pertaining to these dogs? Esau said that the Israelites, we are below the dogs. Let me say it again. I am talking to the house of Israel, nobody else. Esau said that we are below the dogs. The dogs live better than us. Israel, the dogs live better than us. And I was trying to understand why the Most High had me lately just looking at dogs. I can understand. I'm like, okay, I'm not a dog lover, but this is the reason why. Because when I began to look at the dogs on Instagram, I had no idea that the dogs, that the dogs have so much stuff. When I began to investigate, I said, wait a minute, wow. Dog spa, the dog spa, dog hotels, and dog resorts. I said, man, the dog have airplanes for rescue. I said, wow, doggy clothes, doggy apparel. And I began to research more about the dogs. I said, wow, these dogs have all type of reparation money. It's the reason why I said reparation money. For the dogs, it's recovery money. They have all type of funds. People are raising funds for the dogs that are out there, the dogs that are homeless, the dogs that have been abused by their master. All types of funding for the dogs. And then it hit me, the reason why the Most High wanted me to investigate, the reason why he had me watching these dogs. And yes, the dogs, there are some nice looking dogs. There are some cute dogs. Yes, it is. But the real reason, the Most High wanted me to watch the dogs, because he wanted me to see how Esau descendants, these heathens, these heathens and Edomites and Gentiles, look at how they treat the dogs. And look at how that same slave master, Esau, who cares so much for the dogs, look at how that same slave master treat the Israelites, the one that brought us over here to be slaves. Look at how he treat the Israelites. Had us enslaved for 400 years and continued to enslave us. Told us we was going to get 40 acres and a mule. We never got that. So they used us, Israel, and then kicked us outside like some of these owners do for their dog. They kicked us outside. And from that time, we have never been able to get anything like the dog. We have not been able to get anything, Israel, like the dog. There has not been no compassion for the Israelites over here at all. At all. If there was a homeless man and that homeless man had a homeless dog with him, they would come and rescue the dog and leave the man to defend for himself. I said, look at this, man. The same master that cares so much for the dogs, that same master had us as slaves. And we have been asking and 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 crying and mourning, holding different seminars, reparations. But every other nation received reparations. Look at what Esau did recently. He let the migrants come over. I don't even call them migrants, because these people that's coming from these other nations, Israel, these are also Israelites. Okay, they're also Israelites. But look at what Esau did for those particular Israelites that came over here. He gave them a spending card. And he did that, Israel. He did that to tick you off. We're going to give the migrants a card with $20,000 on there, I believe. And we've been over here enslaved, homeless, cold, shaken, broken. And they look at us and they keep driving out there in the cold, freezing. Wintertime, we out there in the cold, freezing. I recall one time, my mother and I, we went downtown to give the homeless food, and I will never forget this. We went downtown Atlanta to feed the homeless on a Sunday afternoon, me and my mother. And here come this old redneck Edomite cop, this old redneck Edomite cop. He stops the car, get out of his car, look at us and tell us, hey, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't feed him. And I recall, I said, we can't feed him? No, you can't feed him. It's against the law. A man, an Israelite man out there like the dog. And we couldn't even give him the food that we had in our hand. But the dog, Israel, this is for Israel. The dog have dog spas. They are raising money for the dogs all the time. Doggy hotel. Rescue airplanes for dogs. And boy, don't correct the dog if it's doing something wrong. Oh no. Don't correct that dog if it's doing something wrong and put it up on Instagram. You're going to have people coming at you, telling you that you are abusing the animal. The dog. That's right. The same dogs, some of these same dogs that Esau used in slavery to kill us. To kill us. To tear us apart. This wild beast, canine. He says that Israel is below the dog. So when these animals are rescued and they get to go to these fine homes where they live better than us, the animal is happy. The animal is excited. He has an owner that's going to give him or her anything they want. The dogs, Israel, live better than us. So of course, if I have someone making me meals, and now it's not so much that they're giving the dog a meal. Oh, no. The dog get to sit at the table with a napkin around its neck as their owner prepare them a chef-style meal. The dog sits there, well-groomed, manicured, well taken care of. The dog has a chef, has someone to walk him around the park. And all the dog has to do is just be there and look pretty. All the dog have to do is be a service pet. But Israel, look at all the services that you have done and you're still at the bottom. Israel, look at all the manual labor services that you have done, and they go and collapse an economy and bring in some robots to take the job you did have that wasn't paying you jack anyway. They go and collapse an economy and bring in a robot So of course, if I have 4-course meals, of course I'm a dog. Of course, when I see my master, I'm jumping. I'm glad to see my master because they take good care of me. Of course, if I was a dog, I'd be jumping and hollering and screaming and crying because I have a master that really, really loves me more than anything else out there. So this is why I can't wait for my king, okay, my master, Yahweh to deliver me from the hands of these evil people who continue to put their foot on my neck, who continue to keep me enslaved in their system, who continue to call me out of my name, who continue to have us over here crying, who continue to have us over here mourning, who continue to have us over here looking weird, crazy, and stupid. Of course, when I see my king, Yahweh, I'm going to be jumping like the dog. I'm going to be clapping my hands like the dog. Because my oppressor, our oppressor, Israel, he has no mercy for us at all. And none of them would never say you're treating them too cold. None of them would never say we are too mean to these people. They would never say that because we are below the dog. Our time is here. Israel, Babylon, America, the great is going down. And the Most High is going to establish true Israel. The Most High is going to put the true Israelite men on top again. And I can't wait. So I can jump like a dog. So I can howl like a dog in my excitement because I've been over here enslaved. We've been over here enslaved for over 400 years. The worst atrocity of anything out there has happened to the true biblical Israelites, and it's still happening to us to this very day. This is Bervin A. Jackson. Our time is near, and I'm rejoicing every day, waiting for our Black King to bust those clouds, to deliver his children from the hands of these evil slave masters. It's Bervin A. Signing off. Love you all. All praise to the Most High, our soon coming King, Hamashiach. All praise.